Okay, so last week, my good mate Nick Doelman and I got into it over vibe coding and what it means for the future of low code and Power Platform development overall. Now, believe it or not, despite some of our differences in perspective, Nick and I are both right. Nick's right that vibe coding is a huge deal, that it's going to replace many aspects of low code as we've known it, and I suspect that vibe coding is significantly more prevalent than we even realize today simply because it is so powerful. The fact that I can go from natural language to working code democratizes software development in ways that we've never seen before. Vibe coding is a huge deal. That being said, in a world where I can go from natural language to code, I don't necessarily need the pro-code abstraction layers that we've traditionally had, C#, JavaScript, all that good stuff. Because with the LLM, I can go directly from natural language, here's what I want, to binary, which is the language that machines understand. And so this begs the question, what abstraction layer do we put in? Because we do need something that is human readable and understandable, something that humans can manipulate to debug, and something that we can analyze. And so I'm going to put forth 3 reasons why I believe that PowerFX is uniquely, if not perfectly situated to be the abstraction layer of choice for the world of vibe coding. Now, Nick lumped PowerFX in with the rest of the low-code tools. I can understand why you would do that because it is traditionally seen as a low-code tool. But PowerFX has some unique characteristics that I believe make it incredibly relevant in a world of AI and vibe coding. So let's explore what those are. Reason number 1, PowerFX is already human readable. When I say human readable, I mean you don't need to have studied computer science to look at a piece of PowerFX and quickly work out what it's doing. It's designed to work like Excel, which most of the population already knows how to use. You can go to the Microsoft Docs to cross-reference functions and very quickly look at a piece of PowerFX and understand it. So already we've got a language that can be understood by humans that has democratized a lot of the software creation process. That's the first reason. Reason number 2, PowerFX is open source. What happens when we decompile our binary that's been created by the LLM and we get something that PowerFX isn't quite sure what to do with? Well, because it's open source, we can extend it and we can do that rapidly. There's a whole community on GitHub that's contributing to the project. And so we can very rapidly come up with new expressions to account for stuff that we can't do today in it. This is partially why PowerFX has grown as rapidly as it has. But let's go another level deeper. Let's say we've got an agent in the process, and when we decompile, it says, hey, I've got a block of code and I can't quite work out what to do with this in PowerFX, but I think we need these functions and I've gone and created them. Mind-blowing, right? That's crazy, but that's the world we live in today. This is all completely possible today with the AI technology that we have. And then reason number 3, and this is the big one. PowerFX is context aware. It compiles to different software development languages depending on what context you're working in. Whether you're working in the database layer, the application layer, or the UI layer, PowerFX compiles to different places. Now, generally speaking, in software development, I use different languages if I'm working at the database or the application or the UI. They all have their own syntax, their own expressions and functions. PowerFX has unified that, and it's smart enough to be context aware. This is a huge deal. I'm surprised Microsoft don't spend more time talking about this because they've created something incredibly unique. And so this, to me, this means that PowerFX is perfectly situated to be able to decompile binary from different contexts and then give it to us in a human readable, manipulable form. And so that's why I believe PowerFX is uniquely designed and situated to be the abstraction layer of choice in a world where we're starting to see quite a bit of vibe coding. I don't know. What do you think? Drop a comment and let me know. In the meantime, go do something awesome on the Power Platform today, and I'll talk to you all soon.